Hello, my dear friend. Let me ask you something gently. Have you ever felt afraid to speak, even when you had something important inside your heart? I think many of us feel this fear. Today, I want to share a simple story. This story is very close to my life. The story is called I Was Afraid to Speak. When I was a student, I was a very quiet person. I did not talk much in class. I always sat in the last bench. Even when I knew the answer, I did not raise my hand. My heart would beat fast. My hands would feel cold. I was afraid of making mistakes, afraid of people laughing. Oh, that fear was strong. One day, my teacher asked a simple question. I knew the answer clearly. I had studied it the night before. But I stayed silent. Another student gave the answer. It was wrong. Still, I said nothing. That moment hurt me. I felt weak inside. I felt like I missed something important. That day, I went home quietly. I sat alone in my room. I asked myself, why am I like this? I wanted to change, but I did not know how. That night, I prayed. It was a simple prayer. I said, God, please help me. I am afraid. I want to be strong. That was the first step. Faith began to grow inside me. The next day, I decided something small. I told myself, I will speak at least one sentence today. Just one sentence, nothing big. It felt scary, but I tried. In class, my teacher asked another question. My heart started beating fast again. But this time, I slowly raised my hand. My voice was not strong. It was soft and shaking, but I spoke. Oh, something amazing happened. The teacher smiled. She said, "Good, that is correct." Ha! I could not believe it. That small moment gave me hope. From that day, I started taking small steps. Not big changes, just small steps. Every day, I practiced speaking. At home, in front of a mirror. Sometimes I made mistakes. Sometimes I forgot words. But I did not stop. That is called consistency. Doing small things every day. I also started managing my time. I gave 1 hour every day for speaking practice. I reduced my phone time. I reduced useless distractions. It was not easy, but I stayed focused. Time management helped me grow faster. Slowly, I became more disciplined. I followed a simple routine. Study, practice, repeat. Even when I felt lazy, I pushed myself a little. Discipline is doing what is needed even when you don't feel like it. There were still difficult days. Some students laughed at my mistakes. Oh, that hurt me again. For a moment, I wanted to stop. But then I remembered my prayer. I remembered my purpose. I wanted to grow. I wanted to become better. So I told myself, do not give up. That was my inner strength. I also started thinking in a new way. Instead of saying, I can't, I started saying, I will try. That is a positive mindset. Days passed, weeks passed. Slowly, something changed. My voice became clearer. My fear became smaller. I was still not perfect, but I was improving. One day, my teacher gave a task. She asked me to speak in front of the class. Oh my, I felt nervous again. But this time I did not run away. I prepared well. I worked hard. I practiced again and again, with full dedication. Hard work always brings change. On the day of speaking, I stood in front of the class. My legs were shaking a little, but I took a deep breath and I started. My voice was not perfect, but it was strong enough. I spoke slowly, I spoke clearly, and something beautiful happened. Everyone listened. When I finished, there was silence for a moment, then claps. Oh, I felt so happy. I felt free. I felt strong. That day, I overcame my fear. From that moment, everything changed. I started speaking more. I joined small activities. I talked to new people. I was still learning, but I was not afraid anymore. Courage does not mean no fear. It means moving forward even with fear. I also learned patience. Change did not happen in one day. It took time. It took effort. Growth is slow but powerful. Now, when I look back, I feel grateful. Grateful for my struggle. Grateful for my small steps. Grateful to God. Gratitude brings peace. I also learned something important. Every person has a purpose. You are not here by accident. Your voice matters. Your story matters. Believe in yourself. If you are afraid today, if you feel shy, if your voice is hidden inside, please remember this. Start small. Speak one sentence. Take one step. Be consistent. Stay disciplined. Manage your time. Stay focused. Trust God. Have faith. Never give up. Because inside you, there is strength, there is courage, there is hope. And one day, you will stand strong and speak with confidence. Yes, that day will come. So, my dear friend, keep going slowly. Keep trying daily. And always remember, fear is not the end. It is the beginning of growth. Thank you for listening. Stay calm, stay strong, and I will see you in the next story.